Hey riders, it's Atlanta Rider here. This video will be a ride. I did not get my chin mounts in. Sure do wish I had them. I think the video would have turned out better. But at any rate, this weekend I took a ride from my hometown of Amarillo to Tucumcari, New Mexico, and went down Route 66, staying on old Route 66 as much as I could, as much as still there anyways. So stay tuned. I'll show you the route and show you some of the sights. So the easiest way to get on 66 from my house is take the loop to West Business 40 and go down Amarillo Boulevard. So Amarillo Boulevard is not one of my favorite rides or areas to ride in. But this part has a lot of the old motels. If you see that motel there to the left with the fence, that is actually, from my understanding, a really nice motel to go down. So one thing I want to talk about, how I determined 66 was this guide here, because sometimes you'll get different signs. There's a sign coming up that says I should make a left for 66, but the easy guide there says I should make a left here on to Taylor, so I'll be going southbound on Taylor. And starting to go into downtown. We'll go over the bridge, and that's when downtown begins. You know, our downtowns, they've really worked on it. There's some real interesting parts of downtown Amarillo. We'll go down South Taylor for a little bit until we reach 6th Street, and then we'll make a right on 6th Street. And we'll be going westbound through the rest of downtown. Some very old historical buildings here. They've got some new ones as well. Still have some old. This is actually Polk Street. My parents used to talk about Dragon Polk back in the '60s. Still some old brick streets as well. There to your left is the largest skyscraper north of Dallas. Last I heard, maybe with Denver getting big, it's not. This is still 6th Street, and we're going to go over the old Rock Island Railroad bridge here. Rock Island Railroad is no longer around. But 6th Street here, we'll be getting into the historic district here in just a bit. On your right-hand side after this brick building, that building right there is the Route 66 Visitor Center. There on the left, that big building's the old Northwest Texas Hospital. I was born in that. Here we're arriving into the historic district, historic 66 district. A lot of shops here. In fact, the left one right there with the teal, that is Bob Lyle's art gallery. He makes jewelry out of the Cadillac Ranch paint. So pretty cool. If you're in there, stop down the historic district here. A lot of bars and grills, food. There to the right, the brick building right there, that's the Golden Light, one of our favorite places to eat in town for lunch. Great burgers. But all sorts of burger places, little biker bars. It can be a happening place on a Friday or evening. Tattoos, just all sorts of tourist things to kind of see and check out when you are on historic 66 in Amarillo. And we'll just kind of check it out. There is some old churches on 6th Street here. Man, growing up there was a raspberry or the Neon Grill And it was an old 50s style joint. I loved that place when I was in high school, but it is since gone. Little biker bar here on the right. I think if I remember right, Handlebars is what it's called. You're gonna see me wave at some guys. I think they're eating breakfast. This is still kind of early in the morning. And actually there's a really neat water tower. You can't see it. Sure do wish I had my chin mounts for my camera on this trip, but I don't. Cool Corvette. And but anyways, there's a Route 66 water tower right up ahead of us. I tried to get a good still picture, but my GoPro just wouldn't get me a good close-up picture of it. But we're gonna swerve here to the left. 6th Street, through this light, past the bar on your right-hand side, scooters will turn into Bushland Drive, I think, and then it'll turn into 9th Street. We're on 9th Street right now, which will then be next our left back onto Business 40 and Amarillo Boulevard. So, oh, there's the little map, and then we do make a left. There on the right, the big building, that is our VA hospital here in Amarillo. You'll see on your left, there's an old Route 66 motel. Actually, that's been bought by a local VA nonprofit, and they're going to turn that into housing for homeless heroes. So can't wait to see that come together. We're passing the loop right now, the new business loop. We're still on the boulevard. To your left is the Amarillo helium plant, which is now closed down. Amarillo used to be the helium capital of the world. So next, we won't go all the way to the access road. We'll make a right here on Indian Hills Road. It's kind of a residential area, runs along I-40 and the access road. Nice and straight, maybe 1 or 2 stop signs. But just a nice, straight, calm little ride down Indian Hills Road, which is the original Route 66. And I show us that there's I-40. You can see it on your left. You can see that semi-truck. I'm gonna hit a stop sign here, and I think I cut that out. But you do have to be careful. Watch your speed till you get out of town a little, get out of the residential area. Watch for those stop signs. The city dump is down that road to the right. So depending on the time of day, you might get trash trucks and other trucks. So you gotta kind of watch for traffic. We're gonna keep on rocking down Indian Hills Road, Route 66, till we get right on the outskirts of Bushland. Well, that's here. And Indian Hills Road will dead end, and we'll make a left. I did not catch the name of this street, but obviously a dead end, so you cannot miss it. Poor guy mowing lawns instead of riding motorcycles. Then we're gonna make a right and go westbound on the I-40 access road, and we will stay on the access road for quite a long time. That's Bushland there ahead of us with the grain elevators. Again, a stop sign. We are on the access roads. One thing you'll see plenty of in the panhandle of Texas and these small towns and these dried up small towns are grain elevators. Some of them are still active, and some of them have since been demanded. So anyways, pulling out of Bushland. Bushland isn't a town really. It's kind of just a community outside of Amarillo. A suburb, for lack of a better term. Road, I average about 70. This is Wildorado. Again, not much of a town, more just the houses. There's an old Route 66 gas station. Old grain elevator. may be active, may not. I don't pay too much attention. Actually, I do think that one is active. I think it's the one on the other side of the stop sign here that's inactive. But again, a lot of grain elevators out here. Farming and ranching is kind of our big thing. I kind of took this, had a road glide running down I-40, so I kind of tagged along with him. Here I'm pulling into Vega. The access road will turn into Business 40 into Vega, small town, agriculture and ranching. Here I'm going to pull off of 66. I'm going to make a right-hand turn and go towards the business square. They have a pretty cool gas station that you'll see. They have a museum here and also in Vega, and some antique shops as well. But be sure to check out the Chamber of Commerce gas station. It's pretty neat. When I'm done here, I'll spin around. I'll cross 66 again and go to the gas station and get a little bit of gas. But here is the gas station. It's pretty neat. A lot of stuff inside. Okay, riders. I made a quick stop for some brunch. I'm at Allsup's. Hey, if you ever go through Texas or New Mexico, you've got to stop at Allsup's and get the beef and beans. Beef and beans. It is the best. It's world famous. After the gas station, I go back north till I run into Business 40 and make a left. I apologize for I did not set the camera right here. That's why I can't wait till I get my chin mounts. But basically, 40 is gonna turn back up into the access road, and you will follow it all the way into Adrian, that midway point. All right, rudders. So this is halfway point in Adrian, Texas. Not really halfway for me, but here at the Dreammaker station. These are really nice people. They had a dream to live on Route 66 and meet all the travelers, and so they left Ohio and came out here and bought this old gas station and doing what they do. So if you're down 66, come see these guys. Are great. And then there's the Midpoint Cafe. Heard it's a good place to eat. Haven't eaten there yet. So anyways, later guys. We're gonna leave Adrian, Texas by going westbound on 66 or Business 40, and then it will turn into the access road. I will say the I-40 access road does end a little bit west of Adrian. We'll run alongside I-40 here for a little bit. You'll pass one bridge with a gas station, and then you'll get to this bridge here. And if you look to the right, you'll kind of see that dead end. It's not there. Here's where we turn on. There's where it says dead end. You can get on the highway from that dead end. You just kind of there's a little bit of a dirt path. And I did do that instead of turning around. But if you want to avoid that, just get on there. And then we just on I-40, and we're going to truck down I-40 into New Mexico. Actually, a little bit before New Mexico is Glen Rio. Glen Rio it is a ghost town. It sets, there's a sign for it in the middle of, or sets part in New Mexico, part in Texas. There's the New Mexico Visitor Center. Neat little place, good place to stop if you want to. We're going to continue down I-40 in New Mexico till we get to Indy, and we'll exit Indy. Now back to Glen Rio. I do like Glen Rio. We go there several times. I'll post a video of just Glen Rio. You can exit Glen Rio. There is a little bit of 66 still there, but it will turn into dirt 66. So that's usually people spin around there unless you're in a position to go down dirt. So, and then it'll down dirt all the way to San Juan. But here we are, you exit. I'm actually going, this is on my trip back, but you exit there where that white car is. You're going to make a left here, and that is back into Route 66. and just truck on down here. This TA does have a very cool car museum in it. They do switch those cars occasionally, so if you've been there before, if you go again, there'll probably be different cars there. So pretty neat little museum in there. But we're gonna truck down Route 66 headed to San Juan. There's I-40. You can see the trucks there to the left. I run about 70 miles an hour down these access roads. I think speed limit's 55, but not much there. You'll see some abandoned buildings here and there. And then you do kind of go through one little, they call it a town or something, Bard or Brad. Anyways, there wasn't anything there. But we're going to pull into San Juan. We do go into San Juan. Somewhere my camera messed up. So I'm actually, this is going down San Juan on 4th Street. I'm actually headed back to I-40 right now. This is on my visitation back. A couple gas stations and Allsips if you need to get you that beef and bean there. But the access road will run into 4th, and then you'll make a left going southbound, and actually you'll be coming back the opposite direction from where I am. Then when you get to East Main, which is Route 66, you'll make a right to start headed to Tucumcari. I'm actually going westbound right now. I kind of wanted to see what 66 looked like through San Juan. Not much there, a lot of abandoned buildings. You'll see here this little visitation center with the world's largest flip-flop. They're on the Route 66 Facebook pages a lot. I didn't go in here this time. If you follow this 66, you'll actually see here in a minute that the asphalt does dead end and you hit dirt 66. So if you go down dirt 66 after Glen Rio, like I was talking earlier, this is this dirt road where it dead ends is how they connects again. So there's dirt 66. I'm gonna shoot a U-turn, go back into San Juan, and then truck down 66 westbound to Tucumcari. So this was my favorite part of my ride. It's kind of through this little canyon. You have the rock formations, some abandoned buildings. I didn't pull over into any of the abandoned buildings. Some of them were fenced off. And I was pressed for time too. So this, like I said again, though, this was my favorite part of 66. Very pretty. A lot of scenery, a little bit of curves, a little bit of twisties, not real tight ones, but pretty neat all in the same. So as we get down here in a minute, we'll, not this bridge, but there'll be another bridge, and right next to it is the original Route 66 bridge. I pulled over there. Seemed like a really good place to go ahead and have a cigar and a little butt break and drink some water. And as we get to it, so here we are pulling up to it now. It'll say that there's a viewpoint or vista point. I can't remember how they put it. But at any rate, I pulled off right here and then pulled up to that bridge. You'll see in a minute it says pedestrian traffic prohibited or something. I broke the rules and walked down out on that bridge and about to where the river crosses. And actually it was pretty neat. There was a flock of sparrows flying around, kind of cruising on the wind, probably doing some hunting. It was very cool hearing them. And then, I mean, they were just all around me. But at any rate, so as I head back, I kind of get away from the bridge, find a good spot to shoot a U-turn. Go back over the new bridge and Route 66 westbound to Tucumcari. This as well was a pretty neat part of the drive. There are some trees, some real sweeping turns and turns, but not real tight turns like a lot of people like. A lot of straight. There's the trees. Beautiful view of the sky, though. I mean, it was just blue today. I was glad I was down on Route 66. If you see I-40 there was backed up. That was moving really slow, and I was blasting past them. So it was fortunate to be on 66 that day. Just cruising along. Some houses. Past some interesting bridges over I-40. I didn't explore down them, but little tunnels it looked like. If you're from that area and you know what those go to, let me know. That'd be great. But again, we're just kind of cruising here. There it says that S turn. Like I said, it's not much of a turn. Just enough to lean the bike a little bit. So here in a little bit, we will hit the end of Route 66 as far as, so when you start seeing those mountains, I say mountains, those hills, you're getting close to Tucumcari. And here we are. So we're kind of at the end. If you go straight after this cattle guard, you will run into a dead end. 66 actually makes a right-hand turn right here. And then you will go underneath I-40. There we are, going underneath I-40, in which it turns into Business 40 and Route 66 westbound. So Tucumcari is kind of a wide town. As you'll see as I'm getting in here, we'll get to some motels, some of the newer ones, Days Inn. I don't even remember what all were there, but some of the newer type of motels. As you get a little closer to town, there's a Motel 6. As you get a little, so you kind of hit this little batch of motels, and then it's kind of wide open again. And then you'll break into a few more buildings, houses, old gas stations. Then you'll go into I think that's a RV park. So they do have an RV park right there in Tucumcari. Again, a little bit of wide open space. And then you'll see on the left-hand side, I don't know if you can hear that thunder here. We're about to rain in Amarillo, Texas. That's a rarity. I'm glad we need it. Kind of long, sorry, but we'll pull into Tucumcari here in a minute. There's an old Kmart or something, and then you'll see after this light there's an old building. It was an old ice cream shop. A lot of people, from what I've understand, like that ice cream shop. It's closed. I wish it was open. I love ice cream. But now you're starting to get into Tucumcari. Hey, Tucumcari, if I was doing a long ride and I was staying the night somewhere, I think Tucumcari would be the place to stay. A lot of old motels, a lot of old gas stations, cars. It's just a good town. That looked like a really cool motel. Just looked like a good place that really embraces the Mother Road and has several things, museums and whatnot for travelers to do. So I would suggest Tucumcari. It looked great. Tractor Supply, my wife's favorite store. I think Tractor Supply ought to do like Harley shirts, or shirts like Harley's, Tucumcari, Tractor Supply. But anyways, I stopped there at Dell's to eat. And then after I left, I went down 66. This is just 66, just kind of the scenery, cruising down till I got to the end. Then I shoot a U-turn, pull into the convention center and museum, and then I go on down to an old 66 stop to smoke a cigar. So enjoyed these oldies and enjoy it. All right, guys, so that was my Route 66 ride from Amarillo to Tucumcari. Hope you saw it. I'm sorry for the little bit of malfunctions there. My chin guards did come in, so I sure am hoping that will improve the quality of my videos. If you do have any suggestions on my videos on how to make them a little bit more entertaining, or what kind of information that you might want on my rides, please let me know. I just hope to improve and make it more enjoyable for all my viewers. So let me rate this one. Brother. All right, 4 out of 5 brothers. Really, my favorite part of that ride was after San Juan, and hope I'm saying that right. Very beautiful ride. You know, the rest of it was okay. It's the Texas Panhandle in New Mexico. It's very flat. So anyways, I hope y'all enjoy that. If you like my content, please hit subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. Also, I am on Facebook, the Lano Rider as well. So check me out on Facebook. And as always, guys, I appreciate you watching, and we'll catch you on the next video. Have a good one.